So this is your last case study revision video for the Section A part of Paper 1. So this is about extreme weather in the UK and we looked at the beast from the east. So this happened in 2018. It hit the UK around the 25th of February and lasted for a couple of weeks. And it was caused by a change in the northern polar jet stream. So the jet stream is essentially what is in charge of bringing the weather that we get. And it initially involved a huge rise in temperature over the Arctic, which is known as stratospheric warming. This weakened the jet stream, which obviously led to cold air from the east to move over the UK. It picked up lots of moisture over the North Sea, and that's what brought us all that snow. It was then made worse by Storm Emma battering the UK on the 1st of March. So it was a combination of the two. The effects then, so we had 4 reported deaths. One of those was that man that lost his life after he was saving his dog from the lake. 50 centimetres of snow hit parts of the UK, and there were gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour, which led to lots of snowdrift, so visibility did get quite bad. Rural areas experienced temperatures of minus 12 degrees, so that snow then froze, which led to the conditions becoming more dangerous. British Airways cancelled hundreds of short haul flights, and many coastal areas then got flooded due to Storm Emma. Thousands of schools were closed for several days, hundreds of people trapped in their vehicles. So there was a 16-hour car pileup on the A1, which people were trapped in. The AA estimated that there were around 8,000 collisions on our roads from the snow in just 3 days. There were worries that we could run out of gas because of the high demand, because everyone was obviously turning the heating up. And then it cost the UK economy £1 billion every single day. Responses then, so lots of the stranded drivers were given foil blankets to make sure they kept warm. The army were called in to help people. Drivers of the Greggs delivery van that was stuck on the A1 gave out free food to stranded drivers. The Met Office issued red warnings, and remember, a red warning means that it is a risk of life if you travel or leave your home, so it's encouraged that you stay in. Public Health England urged people to plan ahead to ensure they had enough food and medicine, and that led to panic buying. Rail passengers were warned to avoid travelling to and from Scotland. Cleveland Mountain Rescue took nurses to the rural elderly patients in East Cleveland and North Yorkshire Moors. Army and Royal Air Forces also took health workers to where they needed to go to in Lincolnshire and Scotland, and 10 RAF 4x4 vehicles transported health staff. So essentially, they tried to ensure that people who had to get to work could get to work, but most other people were staying at home. So this is typically a 6 marker, not a 9 marker that you would get. So suggest how extreme weather in the UK can have economic and social impacts. So suggest, remember, means give reasons and apply your knowledge to that. So I would expect some connectives being used to help you give those reasons. Extreme weather, remember, is weather that is unusual. Economic is anything that to do with money. So, for example, the £1 billion a day that it costs the UK economy is an economic impact. And then social is obviously the people. So, people not being able to get to work, people not being able to go to school. Those are the social impacts. In terms of the structure, then, so it would just be a brief introduction of the beast from the east, as the example that you have studied, and then your first paragraph would be giving reasons on those social impacts. So I'd try and include 2 social impacts, and then paragraph 2, economic impacts, again, try and include 2. No conclusion needed because it's only a 6 marker.